So, my college is getting sued. But hey, it's a good thing for me.
Alright, let's start with a little bit of backstory. As we all know, early 2020, COVID hit, and the whole pandemic went in. A lot of states had quarantine that was forced upon people. You kind of had no choice, and that happened to almost every student around the country, I think. You know, my university said, if you're going home for spring break, just stay home. We'll figure out what to do later. At first, it was just going to be, like, maybe we stay home for an extra week, maybe we do a week online. You know, nobody was really sure. And as I'm sure you all know by now, everything kind of turned out to be an all online format, and it has morphed into this semester being basically an all online format. I kind of talked about that in another video. But this I kind of felt was a little unfair. I mean, when I got sent home, I got a partial refund for my room and board. You know, I paid for a place to live, and I paid for food for the semester along with some other facilities and stuff. That is included in my room and board, and as soon as I was essentially kicked out of there or forced to go back, I no longer had access to those, so it was right that I got a refund. Now, honestly, I don't think the students got a fair refund. We did, I think, a little more than half of the semester. I think it was closer to 2/3 of the semester at home. So we did 1/3 of the semester in person and then 2/3 at home, and I got less than half of my my room and board money back. I paid about $5,000 that semester for room and board and got just around $1,900 back. So that's a decent amount less than half, and I'm not pleased with that, but at least I got a refund. I guess I can't complain too much. But I was okay with that for now. I mean, I put it towards this year's tuition and stuff, and I kind of just let it go. But one thing I haven't really let go, and you can ask my friends and family because they probably don't shut up about it, is the fact that we shouldn't be paying the same amount for this online format. So that's actually something that has been brought up, and it's the reason for this lawsuit against my school. So there's actually a student here at Montana State University that is suing the university, claiming it broke a contractual agreement with its students when it canceled in-person classes without offering a refund or a reduce in tuition and fees. And that's basically just saying we were all forced to go home. You didn't really have a choice. I mean, you could stay on campus. Obviously, there's like foreign exchange students or people that lived across the country that couldn't really go home or weren't planning to go home. They were still welcome to stay here and live on campus, but things were still online. Classes were still online. You were told not to go to class. You were basically told not to leave your room in a sense. So it wasn't much different for those people. And this lawsuit alleges that since the students did not choose to attend an online-only higher education system, so we didn't, apply and go to an online-only college, we came to this college because it offers the in-person aspect of college. They were deprived of both education and on-campus experiences they paid for when they chose Montana State University. So this is something that I have talked about a bunch, and I kind of wish I would have talked about more on this channel, is the fact that this online experience we are getting isn't what I'm paying for. I mean, along with a lot of my friends, I feel like I'm kind of getting ripped off in a sense. It's like I'm paying for this nice new fancy car, and, that's all I want, and then I get this maybe not terrible, but definitely lesser car that I'm paying for, and it just feels like I'm getting robbed. So the whole point of this lawsuit is to try to get a refund for last semester's tuition since it was pushed all online, and honestly, I can't agree with that more. I kind of wish I would have been the person to bring this to the light. I don't think I have the knowledge and the resources to pursue something like this, but I wish I did, and, that's something I would love to talk about and fight for because I feel it's super unfair, and if it weren't for this kid, it was probably something that would have just got blown over and not talked about, but I'm going to be paying close attention to this and hoping it gets something, it gets somewhere, it gets some traction. So I will actually throw a link to at least one, maybe 2 or 3 articles on the subject if you guys want to read about it, maybe get involved in any way. I don't know, it's up to you guys. But if you'd love to learn more about this, I think it's a super cool topic, and it's something that needs to be pushed for. Not many kids are willing to take on a whole university like this guy, and, I kind of have a high amount of respect for him just for even trying this. If it comes out and he ends up getting a refund for a bunch of the students, that'd be awesome. Alright guys, well thanks for taking the time to watch today. This is just something I want to touch on, As you guys can kind of see, I'm trying to talk about things I'm passionate about. You know, it's starting to snow outside, so I'm not going to be able to do a lot of outside activities. So I'm going to be finding a lot more things to talk about and do that are inside. So if you guys want to see anything special, make sure and talk to me. Leave a comment or follow one of my social medias. I try my best to check them for anybody that may want to say something. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back next Sunday.